Well, for more on this latest initiative, I'm joined by Andrew Robinson, head of the Pirate Party in the UK. Hello, Mr. Robinson. Thank you for joining us here on RT. I'd like to begin by asking you, what effect will this bill have on the development of the Internet in the UK?
This is going to have a terrible impact on the internet in Britain. We're already dropping behind the rest of the world in terms of broadband speeds that you can get here. And because the cost of this bill is going to be so massive, estimated at around £500 million for the implementation, that's going to have to be charged to general users of the internet by broadband companies. So the cost of getting the internet in Britain is going to go right up, which is obviously going to deter quite a lot of people from having the internet. So we're going to be more of a third world country in internet terms than we are already.
It seems like a strange year, really, to choose to make things like that more expensive. But what do you think would be next if the government had unprecedented freedom to change Internet law? Will they try to curb other freedoms, per se?
Exactly. This is something that we in the Pirate Party are very worried about. We're living increasingly in a surveillance society where everything we do online and offline is recorded and spied onto by the government. And we have to decide as a society how much power we want to give to the government to do things like this. And we think that this bill is definitely going far too far.
Won't these kind of regulations be difficult to police? How would they keep track of such things?
Well, this is something that the government don't really seem to have understood. What they want is for copyright holders, rather than the police, to have the right to look at your computer and find out what you're doing online, which means that because everybody writes things and puts them on the internet, everybody is a copyright holder. So, effectively, everybody would be given the right to spy on everybody else. And surely this can't be right.
And as you see it, what impact do you think it would have on freedom of speech? Does it add to growing surveillance of the population?
Well, copyright is inherently a freedom of speech issue. If you say that words in a certain order belong to somebody and nobody else can use those words, then obviously everybody else's freedom of speech is reduced. And we think that freedom of speech is something that's much more important than the profits of a few big media companies. And we really need to fight for the rights of the individual to stand up against these big companies and have rights to use whatever words they want, say what they want, and if they want to use songs, let them use songs.
All right, well, we'll certainly be keeping track of this story on RT. Andrew Robinson, head of the Pirate Party in the UK, thank you for that.